The sound of his phone buzzing against the nightstand was nothing unusual. My husband was always on call, or so he claimed. Clients, colleagues, late-night emergencies. I had learned to ignore it. But that night something in me stirred. Maybe it was the way he had turned the phone face down before heading to the shower. Maybe it was the way he had been smiling to himself at dinner. The kind of smile you hide, not share. So when the screen lit up again, I picked it up. Just a reflex. Just a wife thinking she was doing her husband a favor. "Hello," I said softly. What came next made my blood freeze. A woman's whisper. "Oui. Intimate. Dangerous. You left your underwear here again." My throat closed. My pulse roared in my ears. I couldn't move. She giggled. Light, careless, like this was their private joke. "I can't stop thinking about you. Last night was unforgettable." I ended the call quickly, as if touching it any longer would burn me. My hands trembled, my stomach twisted. But the voice wasn't a stranger's. I knew it. Oh well, it was my best friend. I sat there, clutching the phone, staring at the closed bathroom door. Water ran, steam curling beneath it. He was humming, as if nothing was wrong, as if my world hadn't just tilted off its axis. In that moment I didn't scream. I didn't storm in and confront him. No, something colder took root inside me. Betrayal is like a knife, but silence is the twist. I slipped the phone back onto the nightstand, face down, exactly as he had left it. And I smiled. Because I knew this wasn't going to end with me crying on the bathroom floor. Well, this was going to end with him on his knees. You see, betrayal doesn't happen overnight. The signs had been there. The late meetings. The sudden gym trips despite hating exercise. The way he guarded his phone like it was a newborn child. I'd ignored it all because love makes you blind. Or maybe it just makes you foolish. But hearing her voice, her laugh, the woman I had trusted with my secrets, ripped the blindfold clean off. That night when he climbed into bed, hair damp, skin smelling of soap, he kissed me on the forehead like always. My stomach turned. But I kissed him back. That's when he made his first mistake. He believed me. The next morning I woke before him. I slipped out of bed, brewed coffee, packed his lunch like the perfect wife. He didn't notice the faint smile on my face as he left for work. He didn't notice the way I lingered at the window, watching him drive away, already plotting. Because if my best friend thought last night was unforgettable, I was going to make sure tomorrow was unforgettable for both of them. For weeks I played my part. Loving wife. Loyal friend. I texted her like normal, laughed at her jokes, met her for brunch. I asked about her new guy. She blushed, smiled, said little. And I pretended not to notice the faint marks on her neck, the way she avoided eye contact. Meanwhile, I became an investigator in my own home. His shirts, faint traces of perfume. His bank statements, tiny hotel charges. His lies piling higher than the laundry. I documented everything. Screenshots, receipts, recordings. Every whisper of betrayal, I collected like evidence in a trial. Because one day soon there would be a trial. And when the day came, I was ready. It was his birthday. He thought I was planning a surprise party. It was. But not the kind he expected. The house was decorated, candles lit, wine glasses set on the table. I invited family, close friends, even her. She came, of course, with that same giggle, that same practiced innocence. My stomach turned, but my face never cracked. Dinner was lively, laughter bouncing off the walls. And then, when dessert was served, I stood up. "I have a gift for my husband," I said. I turned on the TV, connected my phone. And one by one, every message, every photo, every call log appeared on the screen. Her voice echoed through the speakers. "You left your underwear here again." Giggles. Whispers. Confessions. The room fell silent. Forks froze midair. My husband's face drained of color. His mouth opening and closing like a fish gasping for air. My so-called best friend went pale, her eyes wide, her hands shaking. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I simply looked at them and said, "Happy birthday." The silence that followed was heavy, suffocating. Then came the whispers, the gasps, the looks of disgust from friends and family. His parents walked out. Her boyfriend, who I'd made sure to invite, stormed out too. And me. I just stood there, calm as ice, watching everything crumble. That night I packed my bags. I didn't take everything, just enough. Enough to remind him that I wasn't leaving broken, I was leaving free. The rest, the house, the memories, the lies, they were his to choke on. In the weeks that followed, the fallout was brutal. His reputation shattered. Her friendships dissolved. They tried to explain, to twist the story, to make themselves the victims. But the evidence spoke louder than their words. And me. I didn't look back. Because sometimes revenge isn't about screaming or fighting. Sometimes revenge is silence. Exposure. Truth. Letting people destroy themselves with the very lies they thought they were clever enough to hide. So when people ask why I smiled when I left that night, why I didn't cry, why I didn't scream, I tell them this. Because the sweetest revenge is watching two people who betrayed you try to survive each other once the mask is gone. And trust me, last night may have been unforgettable for them. But my revenge. That's unforgettable for life.